the gut to the liver.
Sorry, say again. It was sitting on a.
It's like in major vessels taking blood from the gut back to the liver, back to the heart. The mass was sitting right on it. You see here how this is the vessel going to the spleen, and this is going to the gut, and this is the mass sitting right on it. And this is head of pancreas, so it is very strategically located. In order for you to get it out, you really have to be very vigilant to separate this tumor from the vein and artery, both going to the gut as well as going to the liver. I don't know what would be the best way for you to look at these. I don't know what would be the best way.
Actually, this could be.
See here?
Okay.
See right there. I don't have a pen with me, otherwise I could point you with the pen. But this is the mass. This is that big vein, portal vein, taking blood back to the liver. This is splenic vessels and the spleen. So we had to mobilize all of this all the way back up to the neck of pancreas to get this mass of the superior mesenteric artery, that big artery getting blood, to the gut, and celiac axis, which is taking blood to the liver, stomach, and the spleen. So all of that was paramount important to be able to get that taken care of. It. You see that? How it's pushing the vessels going to the spleen right there. That white thing is blood vessels going to the spleen. And this is the mass, and this is the portal vein. And this is celiac axis, actually the artery going to the liver. And there's branch coming to the stomach and branch coming to the spleen. So you have to deliver the spleen with the tail of pancreas all the way up to the midline to be able to resect it right there. See, here is the portal vein, and this is superior mesenteric artery. And that's where we went through it right there in the neck of pancreas to get everything off, away from the tumor. Yeah.
And is this like a good example of a very useful set of scans for you surgeons to operate?
Absolutely, absolutely. This is actually one of the better scan I have seen in Honduras, because it gives the arterial phase, the venous phase. Pictures are very clear. They took them in sequences from top bottom, which is very important for surgeons to have a roadmap before they dive in abdomen. Especially in this case, the local surgeon have attempted to resect it, and it was declared unresectable. So that's why it took us so long to get back at the abdomen, because of all adhesion from prior surgery. But it was resected beautifully well. And again, all of this happened by our local surgeon here. Dr. Hover and his colleague and Anand and myself were assisting them to do the operation. But the beauty of it, we help them at their own hospital to get the procedure done. If they would come to the state, they would be impossible for them to scrub with us. That's the beauty of sending team here to help them out with the operation, where they need to learn for future so that they'll be able to take care of their own patient.
And just for the layman, obviously every case is different and has all kinds of unforeseen complications, but had the local Honduras surgeons had access to quality x-rays and scans such as this, or indeed higher quality equipment like ultrasound machines and so on?
Oh, clearly, if they have a proper technology and equipment, it would be easier for anybody to embark on it. For example, if they would have abdominal wall retracted, you know, like Bookwalter or Thompson retracted, where the rib cage would be lifted up, and you will see so much better. For any surgeon anywhere in the world having that technology, it make it much easier operation. We say there are 2-3 things needed in surgery. One of them, good retraction, exposure, good light source. And those, if you have it, clearly you can do the operation much safer. And that's what, you know, Anand was, half the time was holding retractor, working like a Bookwalter or Thompson retractor so that the surgeon could see and get it taken care of it. But that's extremely important to have the proper equipment and technology to be able to do the complex surgery here at this hospital.
And this patient presumably could have not needed this operation had that equipment been in place originally.
Well, my gut feeling that's likely than not they would have been able to do it, although again it depends on surgeon's ability. This was not done by Dr. Hoover. Dr. Hoover is a hepatopancreaticobiliary surgical oncologist. If he had that proper equipment, he probably could have taken care of this pathology by himself. But nevertheless, when you do it with them once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, they learn certain tricks. And that's how they can get good at with what they do. They enhance and refine their surgical technique to get things taken care of.
Build the capacity.
Absolutely. Capacity building is the key element to what we do. We don't come to just touch 1 life or 2 lives at different communities, at different countries. Our goal to actually build capacity building, and then how you could do it. You need to send teams here to work with local surgeons. You need to give them symposia and conferences. You need to bring them to our meeting. You need to invite them to come to visit our institution. And when we come back, we are hopeful to bring more technology with us. And having those open channels back and forth, that's what will lead to capacity building.
Thank you, Doctor.
My pleasure.